Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ria and in today's video we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts for high school. Now again, these are little tips and tricks that I picked up when I was at high school and I just thought I'd share my advice and I honestly feel like if I was back in high school I would really want to hear these tips and tricks before going, just so that I can be on my A game and get the best out of it. Those are old high school days. Don't forget to check me out on all my other social medias, which we linked down below. And without further ado and further blabbing, if you guys want to know the do's and don'ts for what to do when you're at high school, then just keep watching. So let's go run through the do's first. First of all, focus on your work. This doesn't mean that you have to be the brightest person in the class. It doesn't mean you need to get straight A's. You can be a C average person. But as long as you focus on your work and you take in what you're learning, like I said, education is number one. People are out there literally like Malala fighting for the right for girls and people in her country, and just be grateful for the privilege that you have to get a free, or if you're in private school, your parents are paying for your education. So never take that for granted. There are people out there wanting to gain that education that you are so freely taking for granted. So whether it be just finding the simplest things enjoyable, like learning something fun in biology about how the body functions and how we metabolize, I don't know, this is why you, oh god, but hey, if you like it, do it while you can. Next up is, don't trust everybody you meet, because honestly, some people are really good liars, and I made the mistake when meeting people in high school to open up to them very, very quickly. I had zero social skills whatsoever, so I was an open book, honestly. I would say what I felt, say what I meant. People used to use that information I shared against me. People do all sort of things in high school because they honestly have nothing better to do with their lives. So please make sure to share a few things, but also not share things too quickly, and wait a while before you trust people. Don't trust everyone you meet. Next up is do extracurricular activities. My dumbass, that is honestly one of my biggest regrets throughout high school. I guess I joined the choir. No, I didn't. What was it? That was primary school. That was bad. But in high school, there was sports and all sorts of things. I'm not counting the compulsory sports. No, I'm talking about the extracurricular, soccer, touch footy, tennis. Did they have tennis? Tennis, band practice. I know it seems a bit geeky, but at least you're getting to learn all these things for free. I mean, come on, why not take it? Plus, it's a great opportunity to meet people, be part of something. I think that's what I truly missed about high school, not being part of a team or not being part of something. And I used to always wonder, I used to be quite alert in high school and believe quite a lot, and that kind of stopped me from kind of enrolling in things. If I had to say one thing to myself, would be to go get into those extracurricular activities, because this is the time where you thrive and you can learn anything you want to and be part of something. So definitely, even if you hate sports, and girl, I was someone who would not run. I would literally rather eat a whole pizza than run. Yeah, I was that kid. Okay, I was that kid who hated sports, despised sports more than anything. But even if you do, trust me, just join something, whether it be band. It doesn't have to be a sport. Just do something, because at the end of the day, you're not going to regret doing that once you graduate high school. Another thing is they always have these opportunities to sell snacks, and what we have in Australia is they have Freddos. So every winter, say in June and July, that's winter here? Yeah, that's winter. Yeah, that's winter here. There are these girls who do aerobics, and oh my gosh, I could have joined aerobics. There are these girls who did aerobics who used to sell candy and sell fritters, and that used to be my favorite time of year because girl, I used to literally buy like 5 and I used to eat all of them like in one go. I was thriving during fritter selling season, and my advice to you is be those girls, because honestly they used to get some profit and earn a little bit of cash money, and hey, anything to earn that extra dosh, then why not get at it? And honestly, it might actually help you get a job in the future, knowing that, you know, you have that sales skills, even though the chocolate does all the talking for you and you're really just walking around holding a box of chocolates. Then, you know, definitely if you have an opportunity, don't do it if your school doesn't allow it, like, because I know that some schools don't permit that sort of stuff, but if your school does, get on that bandwagon, because it's gonna help you in the long run. And last but not least is on the same line as studying. Don't forget to study for exams. I never did. I never did until like grade 8 or 9. Yeah, I was that kid who would just really just go off what I learned and what I took in and absorbed during class, which was absolute crap. So definitely don't forget to study. Like, you know, find people to study with. If you guys have something in common, that's like a great way to make friends. Just do it for yourself. Honestly, if I feel like you gotta learn something, do it for yourself. Don't ever push yourself. Honestly, if you get something, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Let's move on to the don't. Don't, first of all, hang out with questionable people. Let's rewind. First of all, don't hang out with questionable people. Let's be real. Teachers are pretty damn judgmental, and if you hang out with the wrong crowd, they'll grade you accordingly. And these kids were some of the brightest kids in the class, but just because they were hung out with questionable people, the teachers used to be quite biased with them and mark them down. Plus, the teachers were really stupid. Yeah, I could go on forever about my experience in high school and how there was so much racism. Yeah, don't hang out with questionable people. Kids were arrested, kids were put in detention, kids were expelled just because of the people they were hung out with. So again, and these weren't because they genuinely were friends. It was because of popularity and I guess clout. Back in the day, like, you would be talked about all the time. You would always be the center of attention. You'd always be kind of envied by the normal people in school and the nerds. There were no nerds. I don't consider people like in cliques, although it was quite cliquey. They weren't like cliques, they were just popular as normal people. There was no like nerds or anything according to me. And second of all, do not please people just for popularity, because there's only so much you can fake before people will start discovering the real you. And it's not worth it. And isn't it exhausting trying to be someone else? Honestly, at the end of the day, it wouldn't be worth it. And last but not least, do not forget to check your grades. Again, it is always good to keep on challenging yourself, and if you don't check your grades and don't try and improve and constantly try to grow as a person during the time of your life where you get the most guidance, because honestly, once you get into university and adulthood, it's all downhill from there. Like, I'll be real with you guys, you are riding so low, okay? You are not getting help from anyone. You are literally having to figure everything out on your own, and I feel like you're never going to figure everything out at all. There is also one thing, this means a lot, and this is something I would want to hear. Just because you are bullied, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Usually bullies are the ones dealing with their own demons, and as a person who was heavily bullied throughout primary school and the whole of high school, except for 1 year, year 10, that was the only year I wasn't bullied, but the other years I was bullied every single year, horrifically. There are people that commit suicide because of this. I'm going to be real honest and real with you guys right now for like 2 seconds. I'm going to leave some helpful lines and websites and stuff to go to down below in case you need to talk to someone. But those bullies end up going nowhere in life. And at the end of the day, after high school, you're never going to see them again. So it is not the end of the world. And I'm going to say this real quick. If you feel that it is affecting you so much that you need to change schools, and don't worry about what other people think. Change schools if you have to. Do homeschooling if you have to. As long as you keep your sanity, that's all that matters. And it is not because of you. It is in no means because of you and who you are as a person, your personality, because honestly, you must be the most beautiful, having the most amazing personality, and there'll be still someone that doesn't like you and will want to bully you. And you know what? If you don't let that come in the way, and I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm like choking up here talking about it. It's not easy at all. But if you can hold that, and obviously if it's getting too much, you have to let someone know. You all obviously have to let someone know. It's not you. It's always the bully. It's never you. It's not because of who you are as a person. And it is not worth risking your life and taking your life because of them. Because they're just one person. And the world, there are like 8 billion people in the world. And 60 billion, I don't even know how many people are in the world. And that's just one person out of 60 billion in the world that cannot determine your lifespan and your worth. And I just need to preface this and make this very important, because since we're talking about high school, with social media, it is becoming quite toxic and quite scary in terms of cyberbullying. This is just something very important. So don't let a bully come in the way of your mental health, your life goal, and your life, your worth, yourself. You as a person, you are stronger than that. You are very strong and brave for going through that. Again, do no harm, but take no shit. Okay? I am making this very clear, and it is going to be okay after high school. It is going to be okay, and you are very strong and brave. And if this helps even one person get through their day, I've done it. This video is good for me. I don't care if this seems really boring, cliche, or stupid. If it helps one person, I've done my job. And yeah, that is all for today's video. I love you guys with all my heart, and I'll catch you, my beautiful best friends, in the next video. Bye!